about to give them what they want.
Go Beastmode, dude.
I don't think they're ready for this, though.
And you know what time it is.
Beast mode, yeah. Beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode.
What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pump Chasers. And speaking of Pump Chasers, head on down to TigerFitness.com and get 30 of them bitches minimum. And if you like this shirt, I know you like it, right? Shining in the sun, right? When you walk down the street, this is gonna be reflecting off the sun. You're gonna be looking like a superhero. People gonna be asking you for a spot because you look like somebody that can save them when shit gets real in the field. TigerFitness.com, fuck with your boy. So anyway, fam, long story short, on my Instagram and on my YouTube reel, for the ones who don't follow me on Instagram, if I have a reel that I think you might enjoy, I post it on my YouTube reels for you guys as well. But long story short, guys, I posted this reel. Check out this reel right here. So long story short, what I said was, look, if you do decide to take them steroids, just be sure you know who you are first. You must. This is a must. You must know who you are first because it's proven. It's a proven scientific fact now. It's no longer some what ifs, or it's no longer, hypothesizing. This is a fact backed by science. Steroids can literally fuck with your mental health. They fuck with your pituitary gland. Those are hormones, and hormones make sounds within. Notice the word horny. Horny. The first 4 letters is horn. The horns of your hormones is telling you to do things. Go fuck her, give her that dick, ha! And a lot of times we answer to the voices in our head, and that's just one of many hormones we have, So when you play with your hormones, you start getting these voices in your head. You gotta be careful with that shit, guys. We can do a video on that shit if y'all want to. Just let me know. Bam. So I posted that reel, fam, and you wouldn't believe. When I tell you, you wouldn't believe the DMs I've been getting. And the funny thing about it is, I assumed to some degree that this was common knowledge. A lot of people, quite frankly, are really unaware of how complex the mind is. And, you might be unaware how your actions could be the root cause to some of your symptoms. And that steroid video, that steroid warning, was just one of many examples of how you can do things and be, as they say, fucking yourself and not even realize it. And I believe in, right to choose your life, right to choose whatever you want to do. It's just this: when you make decisions, you need to understand what comes with those decisions. That way you can prepare. One of the very reasons why so many people start a diet or they start a fitness journey and quit is because they didn't really sit down and calculate how much this shit is gonna cost me. How much time in the gym is this gonna cost me? How much in groceries? Like, I gotta change my eating habits. How much in groceries? What am I gonna have to sacrifice? I can't be staying up super late. I'm gonna have to get to bed at a decent time because you gotta recover your body when you train. See, they don't sit down and calculate. And I ain't trying to bring the Bible in this, but let me tell you this. That Bible is code. It's coded messages in there that can help you today. Look at this scripture right here. Luke chapter 14, verse 28. Which of you wishing to build a tower does not first sit down and count the cost? Count the cost. That means them numbers matter. All you people saying numbers don't matter, says it right here. Count the cost to see if he has the resources. That's energy, by the way. If he has the resources to complete it. See, that message came directly from Jesus Christ, aka the Lamb, the GOAT of this game. Now, regardless if people believe that Yeshua, Isa, Jesus the Christ existed in real life, regardless of what you may or may not believe, everything he said is literally backed by universal law, Therefore, it can benefit anybody that's willing to apply the words. Before you do something, you know, at least try to get an estimate. When I wreck my car and take it down to the shop, they give me an estimate. They give me an idea of what the fuck I'm getting myself into. You feel me? And that's one of the reasons why people quit their fitness goals. So the whole purpose of this video is this, guys. The DMs I've been getting has inspired the shit out of me, guys. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you get in shape and stay in shape. And one of the reasons why people don't stay in shape is mental related. All is mind. So this is episode 1, right? Why do bodybuilders get depressed? I don't really like using a title like that. Why do bodybuilders get depressed? Because their depression doesn't give a fuck about what you do for fun. There are people that play basketball that are depressed. There are bodybuilders that are depressed. There are real estate agents that are depressed. There are chefs that are depressed. But I'm using bodybuilders for my title is because at the end of the day, guys, I'm a pump chaser. I speak to my pump chasers. You know, anybody can benefit from this game because it's all backed by universal law. Anybody can apply what I'm saying, but I'm speaking to my people. So episode 1 of why bodybuilders are depressed. One thing we gotta understand, guys, is everything is mental. One of my favorite quotes by Leonardo da Vinci is, study the arts. Study the science of art, study the art of science, and realize that everything is connected to everything else. Paintings have hidden messages, just like the Bible has coded messages. There's even movies have coded messages. If you think The Matrix was just a movie, I mean, fine, I guess you didn't get the message, okay? Famous paintings, right? The Adam painting, and what Adam is doing, as you see, he's touching fingers with God, right? He's tapping in with that God mind. But what a lot of people don't realize, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Look at all that shit that comes with it. You're gonna have a lot of different thoughts in your head, a lot of different opinions, a lot of different feelings. This is why you gotta truly know yourself, because as your mind expands, you're gonna have more ideas. You know, you're going to be seeing things differently, and that can cause conflicts of interest. That can cause cognitive dissonance. This is one of the reasons why some people say too much information can paralyze a person. Too much information can keep your ass still, because you'll do what? You'll overthink. You have all these angles, all these voices in your head. What could potentially go right? What could potentially go wrong? And that shit can keep your ass still. But the point I'm making is this, guys. As your mind expands, you're going to have different thoughts, ideas, voices, feelings going on within you. And you got to be able to balance that out. If not, you can fuck around and get a little depressed. That shit can sink you. So for episode 1, one reason why bodybuilders, people in general, can get depressed is not being honest with themselves. See, when you're honest with yourself, nobody outside of you, remember we have an external world. Nobody outside of you, not even the voices in you can fuck with you. We gotta be honest with ourselves. First and foremost, as they say, know thyself. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. We must know ourselves from the inside out. When you know yourself from the inside out, it doesn't matter how many voices in your head. It doesn't matter how many people are telling you can't do something. You're still going to be confident. Notice, faith is another word for confidence. You're still going to be confident the whole time. Why? It's because you believe in yourself. Not only do you believe in yourself, you have a plan. And you have a plan that is soundproof, solid, and backed by the numbers. It makes sense. So when you get into bodybuilding, or business, or whatever it is you want to do, anything you want to put your energy into, get a little estimate of what it's going to cost. That way you can plan ahead. So when your trials and your tribulations come, you're already ready, and you already have your shields. You already have your all your block moves ready. You know you got a cut for 10 weeks. Right? You can't be doing happy hour drinks on Wednesday and Friday with your buddies like you used to. You gotta cut back on that shit. Maybe one cheat day a week. Maybe one cheat day every 2 weeks, depending on the speed of the results you're looking for. So when you tell your buddies no, you already know they may or may not respect that shit. It doesn't matter. You've already said in your heart and mind that you're gonna see this shit through. You know you're gonna have to eat a certain way. Don't feel bad when you have to come home and eat a certain way. If you got people that live with you and they eat pizza and stuff, understand you're gonna be smelling that pizza, you're gonna be smelling those burgers, and you're gonna have to stick to what you set yourself to stick to. You're gonna have to stick to your macros. You already know what's coming. You're not surprised. When you smell that shit, you already knew those smells were coming. You knew everybody that lived in your house, none of them live your lifestyle. You're gonna be the only one eating like this. Suck it up. You already did your estimate. You already knew what was coming. You already knew you have 30 pounds to lose in 15 weeks. You're gonna need to do cardio. You already knew cardio was coming. Let's get a playlist to make this shit go by smoother. Music affects the vibration. That's why certain songs affect our moods. That's why certain songs make us feel a certain way. That's why they play certain songs at funerals, and they play certain songs at weddings, and they play certain songs in clubs, because they want to get the mood just right.
Like, music is spiritual. Anybody that fuck with music long enough, you know, if you don't cloud yourself and you don't, like, miss it, you're going to realize it's spiritual. You can miss it, though.
So if you're not in the mood to do cardio, guess what? Get you a good playlist. I got a treadmill in my office. I like watching music videos. You know, I like R&B, or I might watch I love that hippie shit, guys. I watch some hippie shit, some hippie shit. You feel me? Or I watch some old training videos. You know, depends what I'm in the mood for. But guess what? That cardio is going by quick. You know cardio is coming. You know you don't like cardio. Well, guess what? Let's plan ahead. Let's get some music playlists going. Because before you started cutting, you already estimated the cost. One of the reasons why bodybuilders get depressed is because they don't estimate the cost before they walk in some shit. Some people don't estimate the cost before they take these steroids. Some people don't estimate the cost before they sign up for a show. Some people don't estimate the cost when they gotta lose 40 pounds and they don't want to change their eating habits. They don't want to change their sleeping habits. They don't want to push their body in the gym to maintain that muscle. They did not estimate the cost, yet they walked into this shit, and when the trials and tribulations came, they were not ready. See, things like this can add additional stress on top of your life. And as we may or may not know, stress is a silent killer. I cannot stress that shit enough. But just like working out, we work through the stress. We don't run from the stress. That stress is gonna make us stronger. This is why, again, you gotta plan ahead. When you know what stress is coming, you can work through it. Not only can resistance stress you out to some degree, but failing yourself and not keeping your word to yourself can really stress you out. So many people are hating on their peers because they failed themselves. That guy didn't take steroids. He's just dedicated, and you're fucking not. It's not just his genetics. You just didn't want it bad enough. See, that guy was willing to stick to this shit. That guy was willing to weather the storm. That guy was willing to sleep in on a Saturday night. You wasn't. See, sometimes people do take shortcuts. I'm not gonna lie to you. But sometimes it's just your demons trying to make you feel better about yourself. Your demons will tell you whatever you need to hear to feel better. Man, he just got better genetics. He's just on steroids. It's cause he's black. Hey, I ain't mad at you, baby. Tell yourself whatever the fuck you gotta tell yourself to sleep better at night, because I want you to have peace. See, I don't want you with all these voices in your head all day and night. Whatever the fuck you gotta tell yourself to have peace, so be it. But guys, if you want that true joy, you want to look good but feel good inside too, let's start with being honest with ourselves. Whatever we decide to do, whether it's business or getting into a relationship, having children, building your physique, whatever you decide to put your energy into, try to get an estimate of the cost, because when your tests and trials come, you need to be ready and you need to have a plan that is backed by those numbers. So that's the first video, Why Are Bodybuilders Depressed, episode 1. I hope this was beneficial to you guys, and if you enjoyed it and you think it's beneficial, share it with a friend. And you already know, I got the online coaching. If you're looking to get hoe ready, and you want somebody to put those notes, you need an architect, somebody put together that blueprint. I'm talking that golden ratio. You want to get crispy? Hey, summer might seem far away, but it's not that far away. This year is pretty much over, right? Summer in what? May, June, right? That's not far, guys. And some of you guys, you might need 5 months to be hoe ready. Hey man, I got you. For a reasonable fee, I got you. Come on down to Beastmode316.com for that golden ratio. And you already know, once again, head on down now to TigerFitness.com. All right, anyway guys, I'm out. Much love. Don't forget to like my shit. Like my shit. Thank you for the like. I really appreciate that. Comment, subscribe, holla back at your boy.
We need a moment of silence before we fuck up these weights.